Good morning, happy Monday, another week. It is 5:51 a.m. It's June 1st. Wow. Happy June. That's so crazy. Wow. New week, new month, new day. Grateful. Thanks for being here. In it together, y'all. In it together. Let's do a weekend recap to get back in the swing of things for the week. I did not sleep well last night. I only got 5 hours, 5.5. But we're here. We're doing it. Okay. Friday. I had a half day because I had a funeral Saturday and Friday was the viewing, and some family flew in for the events this weekend, so I picked them up from the airport, took them around Tacoma with my grandma, my lula, and my mom, and I was the chauffeur for the weekend. Took them out to lunch, and then we went to the viewing, which was good. It was just very emotional, and they actually opened the floor for people to talk, and normally I wouldn't go up there because in those situations I'm just so emotional, but I really wanted to speak about my Lula Angie, who passed last month. So I went up and talked in front of like 100 people, and I did not prepare anything, which I should have. So that just made me even more emotional and unprepared. So, yeah. And I was like ugly crying in front of everybody. So that was fun, but it was worth the little embarrassment I felt just to share my memories with my Lula Angie. But it's so funny because, like, very vulnerable up there. And I feel like Scorpios, at least in my perspective, and most, again, not every Scorpio is like this, but like in those scenarios and we have to talk out loud, we will cry. Like, we're just so sensitive. I wish I was better explaining, but I'm so tired this morning. Just very sensitive, and environments like that, especially with people staring at you, I'm bound to cry. And I got some really nice comments of like people saying how what I said was beautiful, blah, 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 which was so sweet, especially me feeling embarrassed after crying in front of everyone. It really meant a lot. But I did get one comment from my aunt, and it wasn't the nicest comment about it. And I like how that sticks with you more than like a sweet comment, you know? But I just had to shake it off, and it is what it is. I feel like sometimes being as vulnerable as I am, some people just don't like that and will take the opportunity to bring you down. And that's okay. That's just a reflection of them. But if it happens to you, you really have to get out of your head about it even more, you know? Like, I was already feeling embarrassed about crying in front of everybody. And then that comment happened, and then you have to work even harder to get out of your head, if that makes sense. But regardless, happy I said something and spoke, even if it was full of emotion. And just always wearing my heart on my sleeve, which isn't always the easiest. But yeah, so that was Friday, and we stayed there till like 9. And then Saturday morning, woke up early, got ready right away, and then got everything in the car, put the wheelchair in the car. Oh my gosh, I need to take the wheelchair out of the car before I go to work today. Okay, what am I doing? Mascara. So Saturday morning, it was the service and memorial celebration of life. And that was beautiful. And there were so many people there. Like, my Lula Angie has... Okay, sorry. Let me focus on this. There's something poking my eye. Oh, there it is. Like, my Lula Angie has touched so many people's lives. Like, the room was filled, and there were so many people coming up to talk about her and their memories, and it really just showed the legacy that she has left on so many people, all different generations, and that was just so beautiful to witness and to celebrate her life. So yeah, it was a very emotional weekend, but filled with love and gratitude, and it was beautiful. And then the family members that flew into town, they wanted to go see Seattle, so I was chauffeured again, and I took them literally all around Seattle with my Lula in a wheelchair, which wasn't my idea, just because it's hard to like be in the city with someone in a wheelchair who's elderly and like needs attention, you know? So that was just a long day in Seattle, but I'm just so happy that my family who was in town had so much fun. 6 a.m. Good morning. I'm just happy that everyone had fun, and my Lula really had fun just being out of the house in the city, and it was good. We saw the Space Needle, and the family members and my mom, they all went up into the Space Needle, but I just hung outside the Space Needle with my Lula, and while we waited for everybody. And there was a beautiful wedding happening at the Chihuly Glass Museum right below the Space Needle, and we were just watching all these really beautiful guests show up in their dresses, and it was actually really entertaining. So that was fun. And actually, which is so wild, this morning I realized that I went to college with the person that got married there. Like, I had no idea. The whole time we were like, wow, this wedding is so fancy, like, I wonder who's getting married. Turns out I went to school with her, which is so crazy. Like, this world is so small. But it ended up being a really fun day in Seattle for them and for my Lula. And I didn't get home till like 11:30 when everything was done. And then that Saturday night I slept 10 hours, guys. I woke up at 11:20 a.m. the next day. that is how tired I was. Which I'm so glad I could properly get some good rest. And then Sunday, yeah, I slept in. So hyped about that. And then I just like cleaned, went grocery shopping, prepped for the week, did laundry, went on a long walk. And then after I was all done with my to-do list, my college roommate who lives in Australia, she was in town, so we actually got dinner Thursday night after work. But I wanted to see her before she left again, so I went up last night to Seattle and met up with her at a brewery with her friends. So that was really fun to just see her one last time. It's always the best reconnecting with an old friend. Like, the best. And like nothing changes and you just get to share all the updates and things. Yeah, that was my weekend. I feel like I had more to say, but I think I'm just really tired. And that's what happens when you do videos at 6 a.m. I'm so surprised how light out. Like when I woke up this morning at 5, it was already so light out. I can't believe it's June, y'all. Like, that is so crazy. June. I feel like I have a lot of things coming up. So, it's going to be a busy month, but feeling grateful and just present. Okay. Should I just stop this now and have it be a normal length of video rather than a 20-minute? What was that sound? Do you hear the birds? Bum, bum, bum. I truly wonder what it's like to not wear your emotions on your sleeve. Like, I wonder what that is like. It's a good thing, I know, but some, I don't know, weekends like this just, it's hard. It's harder. And I feel like people who don't wear their emotions on their sleeve and who aren't like that, but are around people who do, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes they get annoyed with people that do wear their emotions on their sleeve. And this is assuming, so could be very wrong. But I feel like it annoys people who are not like that and have to be around people, which I get, very different, draining. I don't know, but like, don't ever shame someone for just being how we're wired. Like, I'm literally wired like this. I can't help to feel things deeply or to be. My nose is totally running. You could totally see that. That's so funny. What was I even saying? I don't know, just being wired how we are and not having control over a lot of things. And then for some people to like judge or belittle or make people feel less than because we're more emotional than them. It's never the vibe, I feel like, you know? Just let people be, accept them. If someone's more emotional than you, like, it's a beautiful thing to be different from each other, you know? It'd be so lame if we were all the same. It'd be so lame if none of us were emotional, you know? Does that look okay? The lighting is hard on the camera. Okay, y'all. Thanks for letting me vent. I feel like Mondays are always hard for me to get back into the rhythm of the things, especially on little sleep, but grateful for another day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good month. I can't believe it's June. Like, that's crazy. Okay. Have a great day. I will see y'all tomorrow.